84 is definitely a lot more than I anticipated. Oh, I know AG did say that, hey, I'm more than happy to explore around this area of, well, her world. But she didn't mention about the Luna Zone. What? Minako-chan. Oh, wait, that's not my student, though. Huh. Still quite interesting. It's very sparkly. A lot more sparkly than I anticipated.
Your desire. Well, on your Venus. On your fire, your desire. Let me chain!
Easy there, Minako-chan. Easy.
Nani? Who are you? How did you get here? This is sacred grounds. Sorry, forgive me. Pardon me. Sorry. Who are you? Why do you look like you stole my outfit style and Makoto's hair and her boots and hey, that looks like my belt. Wait a minute. Who are you supposed to be? Again, how did you get here? Sorry, I'm a little antsy, but you are on grounds that you're not supposed to be here. And on behalf of Venus, I don't want to have to punish you. Sounds better when Usagi says it. But hi. Regardless, hi.
Am I allowed to speak and answer those questions?
Sorry, forgive me. It's a habit. Usagi and I kind of share that. Sorry. Please introduce yourself.
I can be able to tell you two share the same brain, but anyways, I know my name is Sailor Peace. I am the guardian of Mobius Prime, and and let's just say that in another universe, you and the other Sailor Scouts are my students, so hence why I'm able to know who you are.
That is a huge bombshell. I have never seen you before in my life.
I know. I know. Initially, I almost thought that you were my student, but then I remembered, wait, this is 1984, so of course you're not going to know who I am.
How did you know the name of this dimension? Well, this region of the multiverse. Because I don't know if you know this, but you're not in the main zone. You're in the Luna Zone.
I know. I'm friends with one of the Queens of the Muses.
Which one? The one dating a pothead or the one dating I don't know what he is, but he's a goofball. That's all I know about him.
The one that's dating the goofball, not the pothead.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm kind of a bit antsy right now because we've never had, like, an outsider somehow manage to find their way here. Because, it's, I mean, the Luna Zone's welcome to all, but this area here, these are sacred grounds that only Sailor Scouts and Planet Protectors are permitted to visit.
Well, you're looking at one.
You're still welcome.
Yeah, you're looking at one, so I should have rights to be here.
I guess so. I mean, it's lovely to meet you. If you don't know who I am Sailor Venus, guardian of love and beauty, protector and princess of the planet Venus, hence the name.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well. But I also did know about your other identity, Sailor V, also your cat Artemis, and also the fact that you and Usagi can be almost mistaken for twins due to your goofball natures.
Oh, we have. So what brought you here, if you don't mind me asking? Is there a threat coming to this zone?
Well...
Are there other threats that we should be aware of?
Well, not yet. Not as far as I'm aware of here. I was just... Right now, let's just say that AG had allowed me to come over here to 84 just to check things out, make sure everything's alright. Especially after the whole incident that she had a while back where she got stabbed with Anarchy Barrel. Don't want that happening again with her. And so I have been exploring around. She told me about the Luna Zone, and I thought, you know what, I would check it out to see what it really is. And come to find out, looks like that there is there's actually 84 versions of my students.
Wow, so it is true. The rumors are true that one of the queens almost perished at the hands of Triple Threat. And that apparently booping the nose is a common multiversal greeting, I guess.
Can be at times. Oh, bless you. Sometimes it all depends upon the person, but yeah, it is most common either as a sign of being friendly or a sign of affection. But most of the time, it can be considered friendly. Though, however, as for AG, yeah, I wasn't aware that she had dealt with Team Triple Threat until after I met her and another friend who. What are you doing?
You really have soft hair. I couldn't stop staring at it this entire time.
Minako-chan, yeah. Really, woman?
Kawaii.
Not kawaii. Anyways, but
Yes, you are. I've been tired a lot lately. Apologize.
You're always tired.
Yes, I am. After everything we've dealt with, we've kind of been in a state of just relaxing. Just keeping an eye on our usual planets and keeping an eye on the cosmos of our own little zone.
Mm-hmm.
It's boring.
Well, do you not have
especially when we're standing out here.
Do you have not like a side job or a hobby or something? Do you not go and explore the rest of the place while keeping a communicator on in case something happens?
Does shopping count for new BOGO deals? Count as a hobby?
In a way, yeah, if you're not broke.
I'm a guardian, I'm rich. Of course I'm not broke. I've got more money than I know what to do with. All those golden rings, are you kidding me? Do you know how many fancy outfits I can buy or have bought?
So you enjoy spoiling yourself already then, Missy.
Well, I have the right to be. I mean, I'm a sailor guardian. I mean, we save not just our own planets, we save the galaxy. And after all that hard work, we deserve to be a little bit spoiled. We deserve to be a little bit spoiled. Because, oh my gosh, between Usagi's stupidity, love the girl to death, but she's
an airhead and a crybaby.
Not the brightest bulb on the chandelier. But yeah, we're just taking a nice, much-needed break, but if you want to meet other Sailor Scouts, I'm sure they're around here. I just don't know where because we kind of don't really care what we do at the moment. We're just savoring the relaxation because thanks to our successors, we don't really have to do much work anymore.
So you already have successors, I see.
Oh no, I don't. I haven't bothered to find one yet. What? Like there's a rush.
Anyways.
Well, yeah, but it's still lovely to meet you.
So, how long have you been on this break, if I may ask?
For almost 100 years?
What?
Oh
100
yeah,
years.
We're immortal. We're immortal now.
Well, it's the immortality part I can understand. But 100 years of doing absolutely nothing but shopping.
We're not nothing. Well, essentially, I mean, after the events that happened with us, I mean, for goodness sakes, we deserve to take a break and have some fun. Lord knows Usagi loves to.
Yeah. Well, so here's some word of advice. Just because you're on a break doesn't mean you get to be lazy 100% of the time for the past 100 years. So I do recommend actually exploring a little bit more besides just doing shopping. And, I don't know. Maybe also on top of it too. What are you giggling about, young lady? What are you giggling about? What are you giggling about?
Don't have the right to be lazy. That's funny. We deserve a break after all the stuff that we've been dealing with. And we've been doing well protecting the cosmos. And again, we have our successors. They do so well, we don't have to worry about a thing anymore.
Well, here's the problem. You don't have a successor. So, I suggest you start finding one yourself, Missy.
Well, if I do, I'll let you know. Boop. I know it's insane, but we all know, hey, you're familiar with us. You're one of us. You know about the whole thing about being like 100 years in the future.
Yeah, well, more like 1,000 years.
Oh, right. Different zones. Things are different. Yeah. Over here, time works differently. Like, everything is so different here. Plus, in this timescape, yeah. Keeping an eye on the cosmos is never easy, but it's very fun.
Mm-hmm. But
well, we try to make it fun.
yeah, I get it, but at least try to at least go out and about a little bit more next time, and also, since I know that you can be a guy-crazy girl, best to also find yourself a husband, too, because I know you may be immortal, but if you're not careful, soon enough you're gonna start feeling old right on the inside. You don't want to feel that now, do you?
I'm the goddess of love. I'm eternally youthful. But, fun fact, I'm not guy crazy. I'm crazy for anyone, because I swing every direction. I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright then, scratch the husband part, find yourself a spouse.
Thank you, yes. I mean, what about you? Surely you look like you're a beautiful woman that probably has someone on their arm.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you should go and encourage the others, too, because aside from Usagi, not many of them have been thinking about settling down.
Mm-hmm. I'll be sure to let them know on that, but as for me, oh yeah, I definitely have somebody who's more than just on my arm.
Okay. Well, whoever it is, I'm sure you guys will make a great father and mother in the future.
Well, I already got children on my own, but that's another story for another day. So, but anyways, I'm gonna go down there, see if I can find any of the other scouts, but keep yourself out of trouble too while at it, alright?
No promises.
Because, well, let's just say, if I come back to 84 after I find out that you guys are being way too lazy, that you forget that you're guardians, especially if you don't have a successor. Missy, arms down. If you don't have yourself a successor, then I may have to get out my old teaching methods and let you see what your other counterparts had to deal with from me.
Teaching. You have no control over what we do. We're our own beings. We're not your students. We're not from your zone, so you kind of don't really have a say. Can you let go of my arm, please? You're grabbing a sailor guardian.
You're talking to another sailor guardian too, Missy.
I know, but you're not one of us, so... But hey, it was lovely to meet you. You are so sweet. You are wonderful. You are super cute. You have soft hair. Very fashionable.
Yeah, and, I will say one thing. You definitely know how to make your hair quite soft, too, unlike your counterpart.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, I am the goddess of love. I'm beautiful, so of course it fits. Venus!
Yep, so, but yeah, just keep yourself out of trouble, and I'll see you later. Meh.
You too!
Alright.
By the way, chances are if you go down there, you'll see Makoto-chan!
Makoto-chan. Alright. Well, it makes sense that she's here, because I see a whole bunch of flowers here. Or at least holographic flowers. Huh. Where is she?
Hey!
Ah! There you are.
What the? Who are you?
Addie's Makoto. My name is Sailor Peace.
I have never seen you before in my life. What are you doing here? And wait, hold on. Why do you have my ponytail? Well,
Really?
to be fair, you can't really copyright a style, but... Huh? Cute. Trying to copy my ponytail. That's adorable.
Excuse me, I had this ponytail for longer than you were ever even born there, Missy.
Sure. Never seen you before. What makes you think you have the right to be in sacred ground such as this?
Hello? I'm a Sailor Scout.
Still, I have
Plus-
never seen you around these parts before.
Well, and plus I'm
Pretty
also
sure you know who I am?
Of course, Sailor Jupiter, also known as Makoto. Pretty tough tomboy there. Pretty much also technically named after, obviously, well, one of the higher gods of thunder. And also not only just a big tomboy, but also plus almost every cute guy that you see almost reminds you of your first boyfriend.
Get your hands off me! Not just boyfriend! I swing both ways. First off, get your facts right. Not all versions of us are the same. Second of all, how do you know all that stuff about me? And second of all, I messed up. And third of all, who, gave you the right to, okay, better question. How did you get here?
I have warped over here. I'm actually friends with the queen of one of the queens of the muses here, and she had told me about the Luna Zone. I figured I'd check it out myself because apparently she had no info on this, and lo and behold, thanks to Minako-chan pretty much popping up, I assume this place is where the Sailor Scouts of 1984 live, or are currently stationed at.
Well, yeah, we've been here for over 100 years. Living it up! I have had absolutely no worries, all good vibes here, nothing to stress about. Thanks to the successors taking care of stuff. So we've just been chilling here. Just keeping an eye on the cosmos.
So you've been making your successors do all the dirty work while the rest of you just lays about.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't have a successor yet. The only ones who do are Usagi and Tuxedo Mask. Well, Mamo-chan, to be specific.
Gosh, you all just became so lazy you can't even find your own successors.
Why do we need to? I mean, we got other heroes to handle things. I mean, we care, don't get me wrong, we care. Just, after all the stuff that we've been through, I think we deserve a little break. I mean, plus there's nothing I can't handle. I mean, for goodness sakes, I represent the biggest planet in the entire solar system. Heck, Zeus would probably be honored to have me by his side. Just saying.
Yeah, you may been a planetary guardian. However, before I became the guardian of Mobius Prime in my universe, I was a multiversal traveler. So, I recommend you be careful on who you rub your status upon somebody's face.
Status. I'm not rubbing in my status if it's the truth. My planet is the biggest, and I'm the strongest.
Truth or
I'm
not,
basically the,
Truth or not, young lady, you're still rubbing it in.
Well, I mean, after all the stuff that we were able to do, I mean, don't you think we have the right to be a little proud of our adventures and accomplishments? I mean, now we're essentially Cosmo Guardians of our private zone. Well, it's not private because anyone can visit. It's just that in the main zone, because of our power, we kind of had to hide the fact that we sort of exist. Well, not really hide, but basically people in the modern zone don't believe we exist. Well, the modern 84 zone. Multiverse. Crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there is an anime based on us, though. You don't know that it's actually based on real events.
Well, I'm fully aware of that. But let's just say that...
Again, yeah.
Let's just say because of multiverse logic there, Missy. I do know other counterparts of you that were once my students, so honestly that's why I find it kind of a bit of a shock that for the past 100 years my students have resorted to becoming lazy.
We're not lazy. We may not fight, but we still can if we need to. Like, I could throw a Thunderbolt, no problem. No issues whatsoever.
Alright, well, show me a Thunderbolt then. Show me a Thunderbolt then. I want to see if you're the real deal. Come on.
Supreme Thunder! So you caught it. Big deal. You're not from here.
Maybe. Tranquil Blast.
Okay, I didn't come to spar, alright? If you want to spar with somebody, go to another zone. Go to another zone, okay?
I know. I'm just testing you. Definitely quite the power there, Missy, but still, you shouldn't let your pride and your sloth get in the way. Boop.
What? Pride and sloth? Do you know who you're talking to? We don't do that, but I will say this, at least we're better than that one shorty that is black and blue and thinks he's all that, because one thing's for sure, even though we pride ourselves in the positions that we have, pretty roses, we still know that there's a longer game to play down the road with how much the multiverse has been changing. So yes, we may have gotten a little pie in the sky nowadays because, you know, we saved the galaxy, but we know that there are other universes out there. We're just proud proud of what we've done here. So we're kind of taking a little bit of a breather. Oh boy, but yeah.
100 years is more than just a little. However, you are correct on one thing. There is definitely other universes out there.
Mm-hmm.
And
what do you think this thing is?
And you said black and blue shorty.
Yeah, he's about, like, this tall. He has, like, silver gauntlets, and, he has an accent, and, he looks like... Do you know who Sonic the Hedgehog is?
Yeah, I'm fully aware of him.
Do you know who Shadow the Hedgehog is?
Yes, wait a minute.
He looks like if those two got married and had a baby. But the baby was a jerk. And he was rude, obnoxious, has an even bigger ego than I do, and he thinks he's all that, and he became kind of on our level, but he did some messed up things.
Are you talking about Silkadoom the Hedgehog?
Huh.
I did my studying.
Really?
Yes.
Huh. Man.
Yeah, I'm fully aware of who he is. Thankfully, the only version I ran into is somebody who actually got his head out of his butt and actually is more of a... who actually watches over the Omniverse. Thankfully, he's actually pretty chill. But otherwise, the definition of what I got with Silkadoom is him being black and blue. That's why I'm like, wait, and then I had to double check to make sure if the description was correct when I mentioned his name. So, I never realized 84 had a Silkadoom. Oh boy.
Oh no, it does. Very much so. He was created by that, fat scientist with the big old mustache
Eggman.
that rants about, whizzing on the moon. Yeah, Eggman. And, he essentially created him, and he somehow pushed, clawed, killed, and did some unspeakable things to get himself to our level. Basically, becoming a god of destruction of some type. Like, I'm trying to think of someone who's like that. But he's not meant to be one. He's on the same level as this very beautiful orange echidna that I've heard about. She wears a tiara, and she's very polite. Yeah, sorry, I'm bad with names. I just remember faces and attributes.
Oh, it's understandable there, but I know who you're talking about, but... as long as
those two go back and forth all the time.
Just as long as Silkadoom doesn't try to make an appearance, let alone over in my universe, I think we'll be okay.
Not many of us cosmic beings like him. He's very... cuckoo.
I don't
But
blame
what's
ya.
funny is that he didn't...
So that's what it's like to play with a ponytail. Really? You call that a ponytail whip?
Well, that's what I've always done whenever someone messes with my ponytail.
Oh, so do I.
Oh! Ow! Ow! What do you put in your ponytail? What kind of conditioner do you use? Ow, it actually hurt. Ow!
Actually, just a shampoo that I've been using to help with strengthening the hair and keeping it stylish.
Oh! Ah! Well, whatever it is, it's working. But anyways, yeah. Basically, if you don't know this, there are multiple zones in the 84 region of the multiverse. It's kind of its own separate thing. It exists amongst other regions, because it exists amongst other regions, and you can probably tell that there's probably universes within universes and whatnot. So, it baffles me how you managed to get here. Plus...
Well, again, I'm friends with one of the Queens of the Muses, so she did give me rights to travel over here to 84. Do you want to get ponytails?
It's not the ponytail, I'm just... No, I was just touching little hair streaks that you and I both have. We have the same little streaks that poke out of our hair.
That
See?
I'm fully aware of. But I'll say this, I'm friends with one of the Queens of the Muses, and she did give me the go-ahead to come over to, 1984 whenever I please, because one, she and I have been friends for, we're approaching 4 years, and number two...
Aww.
Yeah. And number two, hey, figure at least give me something to explore around here, especially if I want to be able to at least study other universes and whatnot. Best at least keep an eye on them, especially if, hey, I may be a planetary guardian of Mobius Prime, but at the same time, it don't mean I can't travel to other universes to understand on who could be allies, who could be enemies, what to watch out for, and be prepared for any future threats.
Yeah, we haven't endured any that much because, again, our successors are pretty much able to handle that kind of stuff. Surprised you haven't asked who they are.
Yeah,
what are we gonna say?
Yeah, I was gonna. Well, first off, I was gonna say that what do you? Well, two things. One, what do you do during this 100-year break? And number two, who are the successors so far?
Oh well, first off, this 100-year break is not a break. We've just been doing this for 100 years. Basically, we kind of ascended, for lack of a better term. But basically, we have the status of guarding, protecting, and watching over the cosmos and planets of this universe alone. We can help out with others, and basically our timescapes, like these little watching or protecting areas, we can visit other ones from different zones. Like, say, someone from the main zone wanted to visit here. If they have the ability to, they can. Basically, if they're at high caliber like us. Basically, if you're a god, goddess, deity, demigod, and to an extent, a muse. But no one's ever bothered to come here because they all value privacy so much. It's like, you have the right to visit here. We don't care. We haven't cared since we first started our break. Basically, after we finally took care of all of the threats that have been hitting our kingdoms, we've all just been chilling on our planets and occasionally coming here to just keep an eye on things.
Anyways, and successors, who are they?
Oh, Usagi chose the Princess of the Acorn Kingdom to be her successor. Sally Acorn.
Sally Acorn, the little chipmunk. Okay.
Yeah, well, of our zone. And she goes by the moniker of Sally Moon. Her choice, not ours.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that the only successor you guys have?
No, Mamu-chan already chose his successor.
And who would that be?
Oh, I thought you were gonna just immediately be like, oh, okay, well, he's, this, red echidna that guards a giant green gem. That's why he was chosen, because of his guardian skills. See the correlation there? He's a great guardian, so I will say that's pretty smart of Mamu-chan to choose a guardian to be a guardian. Yeah.
Yeah, well, just as long as that version of Knuckles is not gonna constantly be all yelling at everyone just because they happen to be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
No, not really. We haven't really given much of a thought ever since they took the mantle. Well, he's not the only one. There's also one more.
Okay.
That we have. She's a little pink hedgehog, and she has she kind of looks like a hedgehog version of Chibiusa.
Amy Rose.
She goes by Chibi Rose.
Oh, in a way, I can see what's going on there.
Yeah, she's still young. She kind of hasn't grown yet, but well, she's technically the same age. I mean, she's a young kiddo, and she's basically like a sidekick to Sally, and they're basically a team of 3 right now because we haven't found our successors yet. I was debating on maybe asking this rabbit with a robotic arm.
Bunny Rabbit?
But I don't know. She has to prove that she's worthy first. We didn't just hand these out to random Mobians. We tested them and made sure they were worthy first. But now that we found some successors, we kind of just kicked back. It's like, you know what? If we find a successor, great. If we don't, I can come out of retirement if I want to. I just don't want to right now because there's no reason. And I'm just checking up on this.
Yeah, well...
So far, everything looks fine.
All I can say is definitely try to actually take time to try to find your successor, but actually make time rather than just constantly sit around, because I already got on Minako-chan's ass earlier, because apparently she was just like, the shopping counts. Feel like shopping is a hobby.
You got on her.
Yeah. And and all I could say is to her is that the only differences between her and the Minako that I know is that at least your Minako uses good hair product.
I mean, Yeah, she's the goddess of love and beauty, essentially. She's the guardian of Venus. Of course she knows about love, beauty, and, taking care of oneself to make themselves look presentable. She's technically the most beautiful out of all of us. Literally. I mean, we're all gorgeous, but she's meant to be the most beautiful, like how I'm meant to be the most strongest.
And yet she hasn't found herself a spouse yet.
I mean, the woman doesn't care who she ends up with as long as she ends up with someone who loves her. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who I end up with. I'm good either way. I flip both sides, so
Hey, listen.
no big deal there.
From one bisexual woman to another, I'm sure that you'll be able to find somebody that will appreciate your strength and your attitude.
They better, or else they're gonna get left in the dust.
Trust me, with the guy that I'm with, he appreciates my strength and considers me as his equal, despite the fact that, well, he and I have learned a lot off of each other. Though, at the same time, he still considers me as his equal. Despite the fact that...
So when's the wedding?
No idea yet. I still gotta get down on one knee for that.
Oh, okay, so flipping the paradigm. Alright, I see you. But anyways...
Yeah, we're in the 21st century. Well, kind of sort of the 21st century, because at least, hello! Some traditions are meant to be broken.
Agreed. I mean, look at us.
Yeah.
I mean, we're awesome. That's a fact. I mean, for goodness sakes, there's a TV show based around us in the main zone as a way to kind of make it seem like we're just legend, when in reality we do exist, just in a different zone.
Yes.
Marketing!
Yeah, as for me, no TV show for me, but you know what? I'm fine with it. All that matters is, hey, I'm doing my duty and whatnot. I'm just hoping that once I go back to my universe and I go revisit Earth again, that if there is a TV show based off of them, they find out about it. They better not let the fame get through their head. Otherwise, they're gonna have one very upset teacher being like, I trained all of you and y'all are just hogging all the fame. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna have to smack y'all upside the head even harder.
Kind of like what Mars did to Usagi once, and still does have to when she goes a little too cuckoo in the coconut over Mamo-chan. She still does that, by the way, so I guess some habits never die.
That is
kind of like us. Yeah, time works differently in our zone. Who knows, maybe we'll make it past 1,000 years, or maybe even 1,000,000, but basically, this break has been lasting for 100 years, but it's way later down the line. It's just, we've been on break for 100 years, so, yeah.
And then, meanwhile, you're looking at one who surpassed over 1,000 years, so I'm sure it'll most likely be possible for you ladies.
I mean, we can't die. We essentially are immortal, so... I mean, we could change that, but we don't want to. We have a lot of power, but don't want to flex, but at the same time, we kind of can if we want to, but it's complicated. Multiverse stuff. I'm gonna remember that. But anyways, if you have to go somewhere, I recommend that you find a way to get out of here in your own terms, because I don't want to do it. Politely. Sorry.
No worries. I'm
tired.
Hey, no worries. I can be able to do it on my own, but as for you, definitely, if you're gonna be finding a successor soon, definitely keep an eye on everyone. Oh, and pretty much.
Hey, I'm shaking your hand.
I know. And if you are gonna consider Miss Bunny Rabbit, get to know her first, see how she is, and if she's it, you got yourself covered.
Yeah. Anyways, I wish you the best when you get home. And, don't mind me, I'm probably gonna go take a nap. Ooh, again, because, man. I don't know if you know anybody else that's like us, extremely powerful, but tired after all, saving the galaxy and whatnot. If you find anyone else, let them know they're not alone.
Oh, don't worry. And I'll say this. I will admit one thing, doing a lot of work all in either one day or whatnot, can get you really tiring, especially if you have to use a lot of power. Anyways.
Fair enough.
I'll see you later, Makoto.
Yeah, take care. Sayonara, Sailor Peace. Have a safe journey home.
Thank you. Wait.
Arigato.
Successor.
Make sure you don't jump to your death, girl.
I won't. I'm about to do teleportation here. Don't worry.
Alright, have fun.
See you later. Sailor teleport!
My